Found in the heart of the country, 7:30 Tuesday on ITV1.
After 50 years, the Enfield Bullet has a huge following in India. It's become a two-wheeled icon. And I know that seems bizarre, but because of its unique sound, its heritage and its style, the Bullet has become the bike people aspire to.
This is what bullet riding in India is all about. Out with a bunch of mates, escaping the cities, the freedom of the open roads. This is India's equivalent of a Harley-Davidson.
When you ride a bullet, it takes you from point A to point B and it takes you in style. It makes head turns. People look at you saying, you're riding such a big bike and you look very good on the bike. And it's a bike which doesn't let you down. People always come and tell me that you could ride a smaller bike. But then when you say that, you know, let boys ride toys, men ride only bullet, you tell them that they get to know it and a real good punch, you know. They say, okay, you're riding a bullet, you should be a big man. And then when they see you, you're a puny fellow riding on the bullet. And when you show them how you ride, they always know that, okay, you know to ride the bike. You know, and people also get convinced saying that, okay, if he can ride a bullet, so can I. It gives you a macho image. So even if I look puny, you know, I look when I sit on the bike, I look macho.
And in India, the Bullet's old-fashioned design is a positive advantage. No computer engine management systems to go wrong here. If you break down, almost any backstreet mechanic can get you going again.
இப்போ வந்து ஒரு 500 engine overhauling and engine bearing setting and
I'm doing a complete engine overhaul on this 500cc Bullet, stripping out all the main bearings and replacing them with new ones. It'll cost about 5,500 rupees, that's about £80. And the thing about the Bullet, it's so easy to work on. We all like repairing them.
The 500cc Bullet is the most powerful bike you can buy in India. It costs £900 new, and here, believe me, that's a lot of money.
I sell about 30 to 40 motorcycles in a month. Say approximately about 360 to 400 machines in a year. Previously, only the business people used to buy it. Now the people does not mind what age it is, how their personality is. Now all kind of people are buying it. I joined with the Enfield family about 30 years before. You may be asking me why you did not take some other product as a dealership. What makes you to get into the Bullet? Very clearly I can say, even in my dream, I think about a Bullet only, or rather Enfield. That's the way I started my business.
I've really used this bike. In fact, it's done about 45,000 kilometers all over India. We are talking of no man's land. Crossing Rohtang Pass is by itself a sheer experience. But beyond Rohtang, you're alone. You and your bike, that's it. I just felt it was like meditation on two wheels. I mean, you're alone, your bike, and that's it, nobody else except God. You're closer to God out there. The beat of the Bullet is music to your ears. And you can hear it because you can even hear your heartbeat in the Ladakh region because it's so quiet, except the breeze, nothing else. It was a fantastic experience. The bike never gave up at any point of time. Nobody expected me back alive. That was the way it was, even Royal Enfield. So my faith in the Bullet is much more than what Royal Enfield has.
Well, I have to say that riding a Bullet up some of the highest mountain passes in the world is a pleasure that somehow escaped me.
But life for the next generation of motorcycle mountaineers should be that much easier with this new lean burn engine. I've ridden the old and the new in this insane traffic in Chennai. And the lean burn engine is just so much better. It's smoother, it's more powerful, it starts more easily. The gearbox is new too. It's a 5-speed unit with a much more positive change. And they've even got the change on the left side at last. The whole drivetrain has come on by 20 years in the one bike.
That still leaves Enfield 20 years behind the Japanese, But for India, it's a huge leap forward. And the new Bullet has secured the future for the workforce too. In the mid-90s, Enfield India, like its British counterpart 30 years ago, was about to go bust. But unlike the UK takeover, the new management here is committed to keeping the world's oldest motorcycle marque alive.
We actually restructured the entire company financially. We sold off nearly everything except for the core Royal Enfield Bullet part of the organization. In the first few months was really went into understanding what the problems were. And really what we were dealing with here was a very good brand which is very well known in India. Royal Enfield has always been the most powerful and the most majestic motorcycle in India. But beyond that, we were losing some sight of our customers, and that's really the focus now, is to really understand what the customer wants and get much closer to them and come out with motorcycles that meet their needs better. The UK is obviously a very important market for us because that's where Royal Enfield started, and today we sell around 500 motorcycles in the UK and we export around 1,700 motorcycles from India all over the world. In the near future, we think that the UK market will grow. We are being much more active to understand what the requirements of British customers are, and what we see is that they do require more power, they do require much better build quality than they have today. And really what we plan to do in the 3 or 4 year horizon for the UK market is come out with a motorcycle that's not as expensive as the European and American motorcycles, and it has much more character than the Japanese motorcycles.
And this machine will be in UK showrooms in the next year or so. The first new Royal Enfield for more than half a century.
Well, I've come back from India feeling just a little bit less angry. It's not often you hear the boss of an international motorcycle company acknowledging its weaknesses as well as its potential. Enfield's strength is its heritage. I really believe his plans for bringing the Bullet into the 21st century, while focusing still on its feel, its sound, its heritage, are exactly what's needed. Could it be the Indian management is doing now what its British counterparts should have done 40 years ago?
With another pulling power at 10 to 11 tomorrow night, tracing the history of the Rover car back to a bicycle. Why not join us for that?